My spidey senses is tingling. Feel something, got my radars up.
Yo, what's up? All right, so listen, this is the Sound Show, and we are the Sound Crew, a group of voices from different walks of life, different mindsets, different experiences, all tuned into the same frequency. We talk in real life. Surround sound isn't just about music, it's about life. Everything around you is speaking to you, even when you're not listening. This show is about the noise that we live in, the voices that we observe, and the environment that shapes who we become. Some sounds inspire us, some sounds distract us, some sounds heal us, and some sounds even hurt us. Each of us hears the world differently, but when you put us together, you get the full mix. Before we get into the noise, the growth, and the real conversations, we gotta introduce yourself. And me, I'm N-A to the E. Nah, that ain't even how you spell it. But hey, don't even.
That is how you spell it.
Oh yeah, whatever. Listen, I'm gonna blank that out.
N-A to the
But
Nah, leave
N-A
that
to
shit.
the E to the G,
Leave
right?
it just like it is. Leave it just like
Hey,
it
no,
is.
okay, listen, all right. So, hey, I'm Nate G, right? Part of the Sound Crew, represent FLA till I die. All right. So, who else we got on? Jodysun, what's happening?
What's going on? What's going on? It's your favorite cousin, Jodysun. Jody's my daddy, and I'm his son. That's why they call me Jodysun.
Hey,
Let's get it. All right, tight. What's up, bro?
Tom Trey, shine to me.
Titus.
Oh, okay, Titus. Okay. I'm Titus, uh, better known as the preacher man. What's up?
Yeah, right. He not, y'all. But Trey, what's happening, man?
Hey, yo, what's going on, man? I'm Trey. Trey
Oh,
Show on
man.
Jordan. That colors guy, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's something good. Y'all already know. Thank y'all so much tuning in.
For sure. And then the Swan, what's happening?
hey, what's good, y'all? It's the Swan in the building, and we bringing the flavor for all the females. You feel me?
All right, for sure.
That's what
Okay.
we talking about.
All right. So now that we got past our rough start and all our technical problems, so the first thing I want to know is, which one of these statements do you feel personally is more accurate? Do you feel that you shape your environment, or does your environment shape you? So we're going to start with Jodysun.
I'm going to raise my hand for that one.
I said we're going to start with Jodysun.
All right. So, do I feel like my environment shapes me, or do I shape my environment? It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
So, the old phrase is you become a product of your environment, right? But
That's what Jeezy said.
But the other piece of that is you can choose your environment.
Okay.
So if you feel like, or you think that your environment isn't conducive to your goals or what you want to do, or it's just not good for you, then you can always change it. And you can always, upgrade your circle, change your diet. And when I say diet, it's not just the things that you eat. It's also the books that you read, the music that you listen
Okay.
to, the things that you watch, and the people that you hang around. That's all part of your diet. You have your mental, your physical, and your spiritual. So to answer the questions, I believe that my environment does shape me. However, I can change the environment that I'm in, and I also influence the environment that I'm in.
Okay, that's a good answer. Okay. All right. Big bro, what you got? Titus, what's up?
I agree with Jodysun, but I think it all starts with the environment shaping you. So how we raised, or what environment we raised, is the start of it. And then we got the option to change it and change, our circumstances.
So like the lighting that you have, can you change that?
I don't think I can change the lighting, but like Mom said, it's not about how you start; it's about how you finish. You know what I mean? Some people
That's
start
right.
in life, they start better, and then the end of their life, is a little bit more difficult. So
Yeah.
you can always have the option to change it.
Nah, that's what's up. I got you. All right, let's go to the Swan real fast. What's happening?
Can you come back to me, please? I'm having technical difficulties.
All right,
Girl, stop messing with that laptop.
Yeah. All right, Trey, what's happening, bro?
Man, not much. Just to piggyback on both, honestly, me saying anything outside of what they said would almost be repetitive. Like I'll just say the exact same thing. And most whenever you break it all the way down to how Titus came and spoke about the product the product, like your environment that you grow up in, and also how Jodysun came in and he talked a lot about choosing the environment and creating the environment and also having the option to leave your environment.
Right.
So I feel that a lot of people, they use that as a clutch or as a crutch to say, I was raised like this and this is all I know. So
Yep.
this is how my people and this is what my family, this person. So whenever we look at life like that, it's like you get somewhat in a sense of like people around you have already took your mind to think that you're not even able to go out and grow because you feel like this is all I know and this is what I know and this is what I'm gonna always be.
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
hey, I've always seen this type of behavior, so I'm gonna always have this type of behavior. Not the fact
Okay.
that you actually want to change that type of behavior because you saw it and you saw that it wasn't, again, positive behavior, and you chose to continue to do the negative behavior. So when we speak about the environment and creating the environment, how the environment can actually help you grow and also keep you stagnant. My mindset and how I think about it is just having people and the right people for
Yep.
whatever reason in your life. Like if you're seeking financial advice and won't you be in a financial environment to
Right.
people that help you grow? If you're seeking physical growth and you're saying, hey, I want to get in the gym, look at the people around you and say, hey, instead of going to this particular place or instead of asking this person to come out and work with me that I know that can work out with me and we on the same wavelength, let me go and outdo myself and say, hey, bro, how much it cost to work out with you because I want that body and I know I don't have it and I know it's gonna be 10
Yeah.
times harder to get it. It's like the
Right.
growth process. So that's really what it is for me,
Okay.
you know.
Okay. Cool.
Long
All
story
right.
short. Sorry about that.
Nah, that's
Well,
good. Yeah. And then I'll tap in. So, our parents, most of our parents, and if y'all don't know, we all like fam cousins on here, so we all know our our backstories and we all kind of grew up together. So our conversation is gonna sound real fluid, and that's why we can kind of vibe like that. But I remember when I was younger, you used to hear your parents say stuff like birds of a feather flock together, right? And but that comes from an environment. So it's pretty much saying whatever consumes you, right? Whatever the environment is, eventually either it's gonna consume you or you're gonna change it. Now, if the environment has the majority, then it's gonna consume you, right? So if you're hanging around with whoever you want to say, you know, these thugs, gangsters, whatever people want to call them, and you're the only good guy, eventually you're going to want to fit in, right? Because that's the majority. And that's going to be the case most of the time. So when we talk about, yes, we can shape our environment, but I also believe that every time you become a product of your environment changes, and then your environment becomes a product of you. So like you said, it's one of those balancing acts where you have to look at stuff. Like you have to look at you have to look at your friend group, you have to look at everything, the shows that you're watching, because subconsciously I feel like everything that we do is either going to shape us for a positive, because when you're being shaped, everything doesn't always have to be negative, so it can also be positive as well. uh
and to add to that, Nate, simpler terms like what you just said, the environment's not going to change. You have to change.
yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah. No.
that
Yeah,
that's what
sometimes
I
you
got
gotta.
out of what you said. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, sometimes you gotta remove yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's the best solution, to be honest.
Right.
You
Yeah.
good, Swan?
Yeah. I found
Okay.
out, kind of piggybacking off of all of you guys, because you had really good points. It's really easy to become a product of your environment, especially
Yes.
in my situation. I live in a neighborhood full of the same girls, and we all come from different backgrounds, but we have kids the same age. We want best for them. We try to, do different things and see how we can grow together. And sometimes you try to grow with people and unfortunately y'all on two different paths. So
Yeah.
we're starting to notice now that the friend zone is getting out and we're all trying to grow ourselves. Like sometimes you got to leave that person behind. And it doesn't mean like you cutting them off for good, but you have to do that sometimes to change not necessarily your environment, but just change yourself. You don't have
Yeah.
to always change your environment. Like, and I feel like sometimes that'll create imposter syndrome sometimes. Cause like I'm here and it's like, dang, I want to help these people grow with me, but at the same time, I got to leave y'all behind because y'all gonna pull me back. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
that's
real.
really my take on the whole situation. Like it can you can definitely be a product of your environment, but sometimes you got to move a little different in your
Yeah.
environment.
No, that's good. Yeah. So that kind of excuse me, that kind of made me think of something that I always tell people. I always tell people like you can outgrow people, places, and things, but you'll never outgrow yourself. So that means like we are always evolving, right? So the person that y'all knew when y'all knew Nate 10 years ago, I'm not that person because since that time I have 10 years of experience, right? So it's not that I did not grow myself. I just outgrew those people, places, and those things. So, you always got to kind of meet somebody where they're at. But I also believe sometimes you got to meet somebody where they at and then you got to leave them where they at because you don't want to stop your growth because again, that environment is not conducive to where you're trying to be. And I think that we all have that. We've all been in situations where we're trying to fit in. It's like, man, I want to fit in, but like you like, man, I outgrew these parties. I outgrew these people. And that's okay. And they'll get mad at you, right? But you're listening to the bigger picture. You like, yeah, this just isn't, this just isn't it. And I think we all probably kind of had something similar to that. So that all kind of makes sense, okay? So now so I think what we started probably talking about this podcast a week ago, right? And then so I kind of want to know, like, as you today, or I would say within the last 2 or 3 days, right? You was getting ready to do the podcast. Like, what were you doing to prepare yourself mentally for the podcast? We're gonna start with you, Trey.
I'm gonna say absolutely nothing, to be honest with you. Like,
Okay.
I don't lie. So that's one thing you ain't never gonna get from me is a story to make people feel better. So that's just being honest with myself. And as a brother, as like somebody I look up to, Nate, I love you. Bro, I know like I've been it's the simple fact of like having distractions and being able to control those
Mm-hmm.
things in your life and having so much going on at once, it's like preparing at the last. It's like taking a test in high school or in
Yeah.
school. You're in class. You have people that study all the way up until the test. When they find out about it, the moment they find out about it, they start
Yeah.
studying. Then you
Yep.
have people that study the day before the test. It doesn't make a person more like, in my opinion, it's the type of learning that this person, like, if you know yourself, you know what it takes for you to pass that test. It's like if I know if I got to take a test next week, I'm more than likely going to study the night before and knowing that, hey, you're not going to pass with an A, but you damn sure might get able to pull it off with a C or a D.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
that's the part of the truth. So when it comes to asking direct questions, it's hard for me to tell myself a lie. So I can't lie to others. So it's more so of me saying I was prepared to have any conversation and answer it
Right.
the best way I can. But
Right.
I
Okay.
never sit here and try to justify me saying that I wanted to be prepared when I didn't even try to be prepared.
Okay.
Like I did
Nah,
it
that
last
makes
minute.
sense.
So it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
being real with myself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Tight. What about you, bro?
I mean, you went to school with me, you know.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah. So
he never prepared.
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like at times I can be an anxious person, right? So if I'm
Yeah.
thinking too much on it,
Yep.
then it's not natural. So when you talk about all you all who's on this podcast or whatever, my relationship with y'all is natural. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have to add that anxiousness or worry or trying to prepare or nothing. It comes natural. So all I had to do was show up. And that's where I'm at. And I knew when my
In a
dog
good
asked me
light.
to do this podcast or whatever, I was like, okay, Nate, you don't ask for nothing. You know what I mean? So
Right.
anything you ask, let's do it. So I was excited on that part. to go ahead and get it done. And as far as preparing, nah, I didn't.
Yeah, right.
I didn't.
And I believe you when you say you didn't prepare
Yeah.
because we seen your light set up. But
Hey, hold
you
on.
know,
Is it better that I changed my circumstances? Look,
you
I,
did, yeah. It ain't.
look.
Hey, listen, man. Like you said, it
Yeah,
ain't.
you
It's
did
all
a
about
little
how
bit,
the
cuz. You
lighting
did a
is
little
at
bit.
the end of the show.
Hey, you started off driving at 6, man.
Hey,
So
man,
you good, man.
it's the light at the end of the tunnel right here. We good.
Yeah. Okay.
We
Cool.
good.
Cool.
Now
All
I can
right.
actually see you better than Trey now. So you actually doing
Hey,
Yeah.
pretty
that's what I'm
good.
saying. See,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
positive
Progress.
reinforcement.
That's it. All right.
Mhm.
So Swan, what you got?
Well, as for me, as y'all can see, I'm having technical difficulties. I did try to prepare. I actually like to
Yeah.
I like to prepare. I don't like to come in
Yeah.
the unknowing, even though
Yeah.
these are some good conversations and we can all relate to them. I still like to have a little bit perspective because I knew I was coming
Yeah.
in with a whole bunch of men. And
Yeah.
y'all know me. I'm used to hanging out with guys, so
Right.
I can talk with y'all and be on y'all level all day, but I wanted to come in with a woman's perspective. So I
Yeah.
did want to do my research and come in a little bit on a woman's perspective. And then also coming from a single mother, I wanted to come in on that as well. So I tried to make some notes and everything failed. I swear I do better next time, guys.
But you know what? Like, I think sometimes when you're trying to prepare and it doesn't go the way that it should have, like
Mhm.
it's better because what it's doing is it's saying like now your answers won't be so
By the
almost
book.
systematic. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
rehearse is like now my lack of being prepared made me more prepared because now I really got to home in. I really got to be in tune to my surroundings. So I think sometimes like I think about myself like, kind of like Trey was saying, like you'll study for a test or you'll do something and then it like I studied for a test and failed it. Like I was in there whoop de whoop, but the things around me, right, they was all crazy. I was at a crazy point in my life. So when I went to the test and the teacher gave me the test, I was like, I've never seen anything on this paper.
Yeah.
And I had been in that class for like a month. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, but it shows that I was present, but I was present physically, but mentally I wasn't there. So I'm gonna let y'all know I definitely failed that test. Like I think I
Yeah.
got one question right, the one that said name.
But did
Yeah.
you fail
Yeah.
this test? Did you prepare for this test, my brother?
No,
Of
I know I
course.
did. And like today, so what I started doing, like, because what I wanted is I wanted to be in a good spirit, right? And so I started, I'm listening to good music. I was listening to jazz because I'm trying to prepare my environment so that what comes out of me is positive, right? Because I think one of the things that we really don't talk about enough is how what we're listening to music wise, like, how that's really shaping our emotions, not really thinking about it. We could be listening to, something like we did in our day,
That's
maybe
true.
some Trick Daddy or Pastor Troy, and then, we getting hype, but
Yeah.
that ain't the type of environment that we need to be doing. Or, we can come in listening to something, listen to Adele, and then like we up here thinking about our love, our last love that we lost when we was in high school, right? So me, I was very intentional on what I was trying to do today, um, so that I could just come in and kind of get right to it, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. What about you, Jodysun?
I stay ready, so I don't ever
Oh,
have to
okay.
get
They
ready.
say if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Yeah, like that. But in all honesty, I just speak from the heart and straight off the top, just like whatever comes to my mind because
Yeah.
that's how you're gonna get like the most authentic version of myself
Right.
versus like something that's trained and
Yeah.
practiced.
Okay.
So that's how I like to bring myself to anything that I come into, and I just operate that way.
Okay. No, that's good. All right. Okay. So now, so like, what is one thing that you're learning about yourself? So I know we just went into a new year, and then I know for most people, like they're in the new year, like, oh man, I'm gonna do this, right? I'm like, what's something that you're learning about yourself? Like, hey man, I noticed this about myself, and this is something that I want to address. You know what I'm saying? It could be either positive or negative. Like, what's something that you're just really learning about yourself right now, Jodysun?
So I've really been learning that I need to be more present because most of the time I'm so focused on my goals and focused on what I'm trying to do or trying to help others that I forget to be present and live in the moment. I'm always thinking about how my choices and my decisions are going to affect the people and the world around me, including myself, instead of just being here in my body and my spirit and just moving in one accord with the world and, experiencing life instead of being stuck in my head.
Okay, now that's
I've
good.
I've also learned that I, I'm tougher than a bag of nails
Yeah.
because no matter what life throws at me, I keep my faith and I keep believing in myself and I love with an open heart even if it hurts.
Okay.
And that's just the way it's just the way I've learned that I moved. And even though sometimes things get tough, I just keep putting one foot in front of the other and I just keep going. And I'm really glad that I got to learn that about myself and learn the darkest parts of me and embrace my dark side so that you're not getting just the light of me. You're not getting
Right.
just my good side. Like I control my good and my light. So I look like the yin yang symbol now. So I enjoy that.
Okay. Okay.
Yin yang.
Three,
Hey,
six, nine.
so okay, so like something that you said, like understanding, like you have like I guess you want to say a big heart, right? So in the world that we in, people can take advantage of that. So are you did you kind of sit and say like, man, like I feel like because the way that I was raised to like put people first, like people are taking advantage of that, even though I don't feel that they're taking advantage because it's just who I am, right? So is that kind of what you're realizing?
That's a part of it. Yes, that
Okay,
is
okay.
a big part of it. So I realize that I do have a big heart and people do tend to take advantage of it. And at first I was blind to it. And
Right.
then I would either end up hurt or, like drained, like my cup would be empty. But through time and through learning and through experience, I've learned that you can still love with an open heart, but now you have to protect it with wisdom. You use the lessons that you've learned to make sure that, you know, people don't take advantage of you. And hey, sometimes you got to be like Verizon out here. You can't be afraid to cut people off.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that's
give
so
them
deep.
$20.
Yeah. I think my thing is saying no. Like
Okay.
I'm
So
learning boundaries,
Yeah.
not saying yes to everything. You don't have to do everything for everybody.
Yeah.
I burnt myself a lot trying to, well, burnout. Burnout is a real thing, guys. Like, and I burnt myself out trying to please everybody, be here, be there, do stuff for people. Sometimes you can say no, like it's all right to
Nah, that's
say no.
real. Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
biggest thing, spreading myself and being more selfish and not selfless
Yeah.
because I was told that I was selfless a long time ago and I thought that was a good thing. And I found out, no, sometimes you got to be selfish every now and then.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my biggest two things I've been learning about
Okay.
myself these past years.
Okay. Now that's good. What you got, Trey?
Man, I've learned and been learning and still understanding that I'm one crazy, wild, ambitious, do what I say I'm gonna do, manifesting, wild card, pull some shit out my hat,
Yeah.
person that really I'm striving and I'm still figuring life out, but I'm doing it in a way that only I honestly don't know nobody else that's doing it my way, and that's the scary part about what I'm doing. And it looks different, so to a lot of people, it may not even make sense.
Right.
But to me, it's like, hey, it's not supposed to make sense to nobody because
Right,
it doesn't even make sense to you that I'm only doing what I feel that's really deep inside me that I'm called to do. And it may just seem like, bro, like how, like what are you up to? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you do some stuff, and I'm like, what are you like? And I question myself in times that I'm like, man, you go back and you realize what you asked for and you got it, but you didn't get it the way that you thought you were going to get it.
Yeah.
Man, you didn't know that you didn't know you was going to get hit in the face a couple of times. You didn't even know your heart was going to stop. You didn't know, like, you didn't know you're going to go through some pain to get to where you at. But damn, bro, you doing it.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that how I'm learning, like the way I'm learning is only through life lessons.
Okay.
And what I'm learning about that is that I have to learn to just like keep the ball rolling, but in the sense of saying not only keeping the ball rolling, but keeping the ball clean as well. It's like, hey, I want to go through life and not go through the city. Like I've learned so many lessons through life where people, like, say for instance, you can take a person that's went through something and they talk to you about it.
Right.
And that's somebody telling you to not go downtown because it's traffic downtown.
Right.
You can bypass the city or you can actually go through the same shit that they went through. But they're telling you, hey, if you go through this shit, this is what I went through. You might go through worse. You might go through better, but the traffic, it's going to be some bumps and bruises. So you can either choose to go around the city and bypass the bull that I've been through, or you can go through it. The same thing. So my life and how I look at life is like I'm always thinking, I'm overthinking all the time. And I always feel like I get in my own way because I literally try to make things make sense
Yeah.
for things that I cannot control. You know what
So
I'm saying?
I got a question for you then. So do
Okay.
you ever feel like that you're asking for something, but you really don't want it, but it feels like what you should be asking for in life, right?
I'll say when I ask for something, I want it. I just do not know what comes with it and what
Right.
it looks
Okay.
like. And that's the scary part about it. It's like you want a new car, but you don't never want the payments.
Right. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want something. You like, I want a brand new house, but hell, I don't know how much a brand new house costs.
Yeah.
It's like everything has a yin and, like Jodysun said, like a yin and yang. It's like, hey, you got to be able to control the controllable and understand that the things that we cannot control, you have to be powerful enough in the mind to say, instead of thinking negative about this situation, what's the positive thing about this? Like how we got on here right now, I
Right.
can complain about the time that we started,
Yeah.
but what would that do for me when we're still here?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's like, yo, how about we look at things and say, man, look at this blessing because we're all here for a reason. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We all, when I look at this room like that we're in right now, this podcast, I see nothing but givers. We all have given and gave to people that maybe have taken advantage of the good heart that we've had.
Yeah.
So
Right.
therefore, we're all now, I guess, figuring out and have the time to figure out who we truly are and what God is truly trying to do with our lives. So that's just how I look at it, you know?
We
Oh
might
no,
have to
that's
change the name now. You better come hard, Titus, because he preaching.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Go
All
ahead,
right. So
preacher man.
what about you, Titus?
It's a lot. One of the main things I'm learning is God is God, I'm not. So, and what I mean by that is, God is omnipresent. I feel like I'm a vessel of God. I feel like I need to be there for the people that I love, the people that I
Yeah.
rock with. If I rock with you and you ask, I feel like I need to be there. But doing that, like Tip said, you get burnt out. And then once you get burnt out, then it starts to affect your life. I'm trying to learn the power of no, like Tip said again. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to learn and create the boundaries and have a balance to still be there, but to still keep my sanity. Like Trey Sean was saying, we all have good hearts and we all want to be there and do all the things, but sometimes that can wear us out. So I'm just trying to get better at it and still being that I am a vessel of God, like because when I help somebody or when I'm there or at all these places, I feel like I'm kind of like, you know, doing what I'm supposed to do. It makes me feel good internally. I still want to keep that joy because that's something that I actually love. I love that. It makes me feel better, but at the same time, I just got to create that balance to where it doesn't wear me out and I can still keep that same energy.
Okay. Nah, that's real. So
Yeah.
basically, I'm on the same path as all y'all. Like what I've learned is, and I think we talked about this is like I live by this old code. Like we're gonna be bros or whatever forever. Like, hey, you know, when we was 10 years old, we made a pact. Hey, we're down forever, right? And I think that was cool when I was 10. I think as I got older, like we realized that for some of us, we still live by that code, but some of us, that code isn't as important because we're just in different places in our lives. And I feel like what I've learned about myself is I'm showing up for relationships that are no longer that have the same value that I thought that they had 10 years ago, right? Like now I'm realizing like, man, like every time I hit this person up, like when they hit me up, I'm hey, yeah, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the power of no, because I feel like that I have to show up. I have to be there. I have to do everything. But I'm realizing that people don't feel the same way. And I get it. And it's not a negative thing. It's like they said, they're in a different space. But that was something that I honored. It's like honor amongst thieves or whatever. It's like, hey, bro, if you say we bros, anytime you need me, I'm there. Now, when I call somebody else and I'm like, hey, I need you, they like, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. But I'm realizing I don't have to be there for everybody. But that's what they expect of me. So what I have to learn, like y'all said, I just learned to say no. Like because what I have to do is I have to protect my mental state, because all these things that we're really talking about is, excuse me, is wearing on us more mentally than anything. Cause we're all just realizing like mentally we're tired. And we're not saying that people are using us or whatever. It's just like you have to assess your surroundings again and see if I even still fit in this environment that I'm in. So that's kind of my answer.
And then it also depends on how big your community is. Like if you only got
Yeah.
1 or 2 people that's coming at you, that's something you can handle. But if everyone is important to you to where you can't, it just ain't gonna work out. You can't be there for everybody.
Yeah, spread
Okay.
yourself too
Yeah.
thin and then wear
Yeah.
yourself
Discernment,
out.
guys. I think we
Faster.
all learning discernment.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. It's
You
like,
needed a
and I was
vocab
gonna,
word for
oh, my
that's
bad.
it.
And I was gonna say this real
I'm gonna
quick. It's
start
like,
bringing those. I'm gonna give y'all a word
yeah,
You
every
gonna give us a
yeah.
podcast.
word? Yeah.
I'm gonna give you
What
a
y'all
word.
saying is, yeah. Go ahead, cuz.
Oh, okay, my bad. Well, I was gonna say like, it's all about like in realistically in the world, we all are being used. It's just that nobody wants to be misused. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, we know that certain people, like our kids need us, our family need us, our friends need us, you know, the job need us. But don't
You're right.
overwork me and not overwork somebody else, because
Yeah.
now I feel
Balance.
misused. You know what I'm saying? It has to be reciprocated. It has to be, in a sense, honored to say, hey, I see what you're doing. Just a little bit of validation goes a long way for anything. It's like if you do something for somebody, all it takes for somebody to know, like, hey, I went out my way for you.
Yeah.
Only thing it takes is for you to say, "Hey, bro, thank you so much
Right.
for you know what I'm saying?" And that just
Gratitude.
lets me know
Yeah.
that I'm not being misused, because we all getting used.
Yeah.
So that I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you're
dig it.
right. Because a little appreciation goes a
A long
long
A
way.
long
way.
yeah,
Way.
for
Yeah.
real. Y'all,
Long,
Yeah.
long way.
yeah.
So since you said that, so tell me, so like, how do you think, because we're talking about being intentional, right? So how do you think your life or your current situation would be if you just became more intentional, right? Like just turn up your intentions and then
Mm.
turn down the reaction, Trey. And then we're gonna go around.
I'll say right now I'm in a position of solving problems
Yeah.
that I didn't create, and even if I did create them, those are problems that are, in a sense, are in my way, where I can just like it's time wasting, in a sense. Like little things become big things over time.
You're right.
It's like you
Snowball
know what I'm saying.
effect.
You can cut somebody off in a traffic jam, like you know what I'm saying. Just in traffic, you cut somebody off, but you'll be thinking about it all day,
Right.
and that's the problem. It's like that mother. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, that happened this morning. Why you
Yeah.
still mad about it?
Yeah.
So when I say it's like me personally, I get so consumed of people's feelings
Mm.
that I care, in a sense, too much.
Yep.
I never want to be looked at as the bad person. I never want to be looked at as the person that don't care. So whenever I personally go through things, I feel like being intentional has to cause me to care about self. But caring
Okay.
about self may not look like I care about anybody,
Mm.
but it's really me taking
Right.
care of me.
Yeah.
Because I have to change in the instance of saying, like, damn, I know I need to be focused on X, Y, and Z. This is where my focus is at now. But this is me actually being intentional about the things that I need to do. But maybe
Right.
Jodysun want to talk to me. Maybe Titus want to talk to me. Maybe your cuz want to give me a call. And I'm like, I got to put that on mute because I got to
Yeah.
keep being intentional. Now it looks like, damn, you
Yeah.
you don't even care. So
Right. Yeah.
my intention comes from, like, I have to be intentional about my life in a sense, like, this is like currently how I'm feeling, like, with friends and everything. It's like, man, certain things I cannot afford to do anymore because it's a part of the growth process. And
Right.
one thing I talk about growth, man, growth sucks. I talked about this last year. I was like, the fact that growth sucks is because when everything in your life is going perfect, or everything in your life feels like, man, I'm living on, like, things are going so good. But if you personally know in your heart that what you're doing isn't godly. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm
Mm.
talking to X, Y, and
That
Z, and
boy
this person, that
talking.
person, that person, it's like, if I'm doing the thing and I'm drinking, I'm smoking, I'm doing this, and I'm like, man, life is great. I'm good. It's cool to stay complacent. So the devil will keep you there. But if you ever make the decision to want to grow, it's like, shit, this gonna come back on me. But I don't know.
Mm.
You don't never get what you like. How you give it and how you dish it out is never how you receive it.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like it always come back differently. So for me in my life and my journey and what the things that I've encountered from years and up until this point in my life, it's like I have to understand, like, when it comes to growth, and every time I decide to say, man, it's time to move forward. We've been here a little bit too long. It's time to step it up a little bit. My body and my mind and my heart say, damn, I don't know what about to come with this shit. I don't know what's about to happen. So when it happens, it's like, yeah, you growing, but boy, you about to go through some mess when you get there. It's like closing a chapter and getting ready for the next one. It's never
Right.
gonna look like how you want it to. So
Mm.
that's like me being intentional. It's like, yeah, the focus gonna look different because now I'm being intentional. So it may not look like I'm the same person anymore. But truly, it's like I still love, but it's like I have to love differently now.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Nah, that's what's up. Mm. I don't know how you gonna follow up on that, Jodysun.
Now, Jodysun got no words now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shit. Jodysun
He
gonna
do.
do it.
Jodysun got it.
So the way I live my life is pretty simple. So I try my best to be a man of my word. So if I tell you I'm going to do something, I do it. If I tell you I'm going to be there, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be there on time. If something is stopping me, then I'm going to say, hey, I got a little delay, but I'm still going to be there. Because that's just who I am. I show up for my people, and I show up for myself too. If I know that I can't commit to something, or there may be a chance that I can't make something happen, then I won't give my full commitment to it. I say, I'll let you know if I can.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I choose to be more intentional versus, giving people empty promises or,
Mm.
giving them like vague responses like, I don't know. But, because the thing about intention is, yes, you can intend to do something, but are you going to follow up?
Mm.
Because the path to evil, the path to the wrong way, or the path to whatever is paved with good intentions. You
Right.
see a lot of people doing crazy stuff out in the world, but they have good intentions. But the thing about intention is there has to be a follow through with it for it to mean something. And that's how you are really intentional, by following up with your intentions and doing what you say that you're going to do.
Well, that boy good. That boy good, boy.
I thought you that
He good,
Jodysun
ain't
know something now.
he? He good, ain't he?
Yeah. All right,
Thank
Tight.
you. I
What you got,
appreciate
bro?
y'all.
I mean, why I gotta go behind it?
Preacher man, what you got?
Man, okay, preacher man. Yeah, I really don't want to go behind Jodysun. I guess I feel like I'm very intentional. It's about how I react to things as far as who I'm
Mm-hmm.
intentional with. You gotta go, Nate. Jodysun really screwed me up with that one. I got nothing.
My
Okay, okay.
bad. My
He
bad.
said so
I'll
many
go
things that I was
9-9.
like, dang. Like even when he said like
Right.
you always know with your homies, you'd be like, hey, bro, we going over here. You can tell if they're gonna do it
Yeah.
by the answer that they give.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
yeah, bro. Like me, if I say yeah, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And if I give you that BS, that yeah, we'll see what's up. If I say that,
Yeah.
it's probably not gonna happen, or it's possible. Trey Sean looking, he laughing, but he know.
No, it's
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he like yeah, that's how cuz is. So I feel like I'm very intentional. I just gotta know who to be intentional with, because everybody don't deserve that
Yeah.
intention.
Nah, you good. Right. So for me, how my life would sound if I was more intentional, it would be silence. And I say that is because sometimes I need silence because the world is always talking, right? So if you are listening to everything, you're gonna be overwhelmed. Like, because it's like somebody's always pushing your buttons, right? So intentionally, what I have to do is I have to be like, okay, man, I gotta unplug, right? And I remember I seen Jodysun post about
I
like
was
how
just
he
about to say
unplugged
that.
for 6 months. And I was like, man, like when I go away, vacation or whatever, you get, man, you just kind of get, you come back and then you can use your energy for very specific things, right? So for me, that's like for me being more intentional looks like, hey, sitting back, not always committing to everything. Is like, I want to be like, well, let me get back with you, because I'm quick to say, oh yeah, I'm
Right.
in. Then I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, oh man, I'm supposed to be in Chicago on Tuesday, Cincinnati on Wednesday, and I'm like, it ain't no way that I can do this because I'm unintentional with doing stuff because I'm trying to, for lack of a word, be a people pleaser, but I'm really just trying to make sure everybody know that I'm there. And kind of like Trey said, sometimes you just gotta, the people that know you are gonna know that you're there, but you're doing stuff like you gotta move in silence, right? You gotta do what you gotta do to get where you need to be. And it ain't for everybody to understand alike, but they should understand like, hey man, that's my people, right? So that means that at the end of the day, I don't know what he or she got going on, but I know that what we have is real. So like that's what, for me, when I say like be more intentional, it's like, hey, you really just you gotta preserve your energy. So for me, it's like preserving my energy. Yeah.
that's all. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Chip?
I think I'm with you on that one, Nate. It would really sound calm for me. I know for me, I'm the same way. Soon as somebody say, "Hey, we got something going on," when is it? What day? And it's on my calendar. I ain't even
Yeah.
thought about what else was on my calendar. I put it on there immediately. And then it'll be almost a week before. And then here I am like, I got to pick between the two. I got, because I wanted Titus telling me about Vegas. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm going to pop up on Cuz. And then someone else told me, it was like, oh, you got something else? I'm like, dang, I can't even come no more. So it's more of just, again, creating boundaries, that sense of peace, because with me, everything is so loud, especially like if somebody triggers me in a way, a whole bunch of thoughts. I have to sit back and just in a quiet space. Like y'all both witnessed a situation just happen. And it was like, let me keep talking about this. Let me keep talking about this. And it was kind of like, okay, let me stop talking about this. You know, let me just go to my corner and think about this. And eventually I was able to put some words out on paper and eventually speak to that person that I was having a situation with. So it all turned out right. But if I would have just acted right then, it would have been bad. So it's more so just calming down, settling down, sitting back. Sometimes you got to be quiet. Sometimes you have to say no. Sometimes you got to be like, look, I can't come this time. So
Yeah.
my intention, it's more so of just, like you said, silent, calm.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm working on. I won't say
Yeah.
I'm there yet, but I'm definitely working to that point.
Yeah. And I'll say like when we was talking about that situation, but I was being very intentional with everything that I was saying,
I know
because
you
I
were.
knew you was on that demon time. And I was like, man, I gotta get cuz calm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was like, she really into it right now. And she can't see how deep she is, cause it's like it was personal, not like personal, but it was like, nah, I gotta handle this because of this situation and how it is. And I was like, man, I
Right.
know that ain't her energy, and I know where she at. And I'm like, all right, I gotta do what I can, like, to kind of pull that back, because I
Yeah.
know, I'm no one of the people that I know that she kind of listens to. So I'm like, okay, I gotta be like trying to crack some jokes, trying to do this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I felt that, we did a pretty decent
Yeah, did a
job,
great
so
job.
that was, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, because I was like, when I heard that situation, I was like, boy, I got to figure out how we gonna be able to get through this
Yeah,
situation. But we
because it's
did,
like you
man.
can't control it, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah,
and
right.
that's what it threw me, because it was like I I had no idea that this would happen right then and there. And
Mm-hmm.
you don't know. Sometimes
Yeah,
life hits you and it's in the wrong place, the wrong time. And how
yeah.
do you handle it? You know?
Mm.
So sometimes you have to sit back and just say, you know what, I'm not even going to discuss this right now. I'm not going to let this change my aura. Let's keep it
Yeah.
moving, let's keep doing what we're doing, and I'll think about this later. And I'm getting to that point to where I'm not like, I'm putting it on the back end now. Like I'll think about this later, to myself.
No,
I had to pray, all of that. Like we worked through
cool,
it.
cool, cool. So since you did that, so how do you feel like your current environment? Because I know you just talked about your neighborhood, right? So do you feel like your neighborhood right now, your circle, like, do you feel that is more productive to where you want to be, or is it kind of more counterproductive to where you want to be or where you want to go?
Honestly, I think it's more productive right now. All my girls are starting businesses, like
Okay,
they want better for themselves. So like, and we're supporting each other. I think
that's
that's what
okay.
is really
Yeah.
like pushing me even further, because we support each other. I have a homegirl that just opened a store. I just started a product. She's like, put your product in my store. We're gonna help
Okay.
you sell this,
Teamwork.
we're
Yep.
gonna push you. I have all my girls, they like one of them, let me be your taste tester. I'm gonna let you know if it's good or not. So like we working with each other. Very productive. Love it. I love my environment right now.
That's great. Okay, that's cool,
And I
cool,
love your
cool.
hair.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
okay, cool, cool. All right, tight. Since you kind of shied away from,
Hey,
Right.
but like, how do you feel about your current environment? Do you feel
man,
like,
whether it's productive or counterproductive,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I'm really I've been thinking on that a lot lately. I feel like I've been waiting so long for God to let me know what my next move is, as far as if you're talking environment, like location wise, I'm trying to figure out where I should be.
yeah?
Currently in Jersey, and I feel like it's time for me to go somewhere else. But I'm trying to figure out where. And
I know a place.
yeah. So yeah, I know a place. Yeah, but definitely in the South. I'm just trying to figure out where. So as far as if this is beneficial to me staying here, I'm doing some good things. I'm in school, I'm getting educated, and yeah, I got a good church home here. But as far as knowing the answer to that, we shall see. I'm not gonna say
Okay,
anything definitive because I really don't know. Just trusting and moving.
okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. All right, Trey, what about you, bro?
My current situation, productive or counterproductive?
Yeah.
That's what the question is. I know that my current situation is productive. No matter how I may look at it, I know that I'm moving forward. And sometimes if forward looks like it's moving backwards, if forward look like it's moving parallel, it's about truly going with something and sticking to it and seeing what the outcome is going to be by actually making that decision. So with my current situation, I'm happy with my current situation. Like I love my current situation only because I finally chose not to
Mm,
settle, but to grow. And that's the
okay,
difference. Because some
that's
people
what's
can
up.
choose, in life, it's like we look at things like, man, I end up in a do this situation and, I'm selling it for this, I'm selling it for that. It's like knowingly in my heart that I'm knowing that that's not called settling when you know that you're doing something that's going to elevate you in the sense of saying, hey, if I actually stuck to what I'm doing, how many more things can I do
Right.
if I just stuck to this? And my current situation is not only allowing me to grow, but it's forcing me to grow because
Okay.
now I'm in a different place. And it's like a chapter that I lived a long time in. And closing that chapter in my life and showing it to the world and proving it to the world, like, yo, I don't have to prove nothing to nobody, but actually closing that chapter in front of the world's face and saying, hey, this is what I'm choosing. I have no other option but to grow because, again, there's people that might look at me and be inspired. There's people that might look at me and hate my guts. There's people that might look at me and see a person that's just out here living life, doing whatever. It doesn't matter how it may be viewed. But like you said, how I personally feel, I know my life is being productive for the simple fact that I'm doing something that I know that's going to take me to the next level because my mind has already chose for me. Because I didn't just, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It just doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like any decision that we make is a decision like what Cuz was going through, whatever y'all was going through, whatever. It was a decision. And a lot of times people move off emotions. And if you don't know how to control your emotions, you allow your emotions to control you. So that could have very well, whatever situation that y'all was in, it could determine a situation that you could have been in that you wasn't in. It could determine like the people that was around you, they could have made you act out
Right.
or
Yeah.
made you leave out of a
Right.
situation that you could have. So it's like, had it not been for the relationship, like Nate, he said, I feel in my heart that I'm the type of person that she might listen to. Whatever that situation may have been. It's like Nate, he do whatever. So my thing is, whenever we look at life like productive, you did something that you might not see as growth, but that was growth for you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
growth for everybody because you might have said, fuck it, it ain't my problem, ain't my dog, ain't my yard. I'm gonna let them
Yeah.
do what they do. They ain't got
Right.
shit to do with me. But you seen somebody you cared about enough to say, hey, listen, it ain't even worth that shit.
Right.
And somebody that listened and said, you know what, you right. So that's controlling the narrative and controlling your situation and not moving off emotions. So with me, I tend to not move off emotions because my feelings have no feelings for other people's feelings. That's why I was able to tell you, like, did you study or was you prepared? No, I
Right.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't, in a sense, like I'm gonna say don't, I care enough, but my feelings don't have any feelings.
Right.
So it's like my honesty gonna tell you the truth regardless. So how I look at it, like, yes, my life is very productive and I feel like it's not counterproductive at all.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Jodysun.
My life is hey, I'm still trying to
Had to
gather
think
my
about
thoughts,
that.
okay? Uh, but my life is mostly productive.
Okay.
I can't say it's not counterproductive at all because there are some areas in my life that are counterproductive. Part of them are with me, part of them are with, the job, part of them with the business, and part of them are circumstances outside of my control. But I can only control what I can control.
Right.
That's where I'm able to be the most productive when I can. And yet sometimes, hey, I want to sleep in. But I still take my butt to the gym 6 days a week.
Right.
Mm.
And so sometimes I gotta counter out. I gotta find a balance to it, And
Yeah.
then one of the things that is outside of my control is like the pace that I'm healing. And for those of you that don't know, I am recovering from a traumatic brain injury. In
Didn't know that.
November, I hit my head right here, and also in the back of the head. Crazy story. But I was concussed. I had a bad concussion, And it taught me a lot of things about myself and also how hard it was to because the mind is definitely a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah.
And when your mind doesn't work how it should, like when you have extreme brain fog, when you can't remember things, when you have light sensitivity, noise sensitivity, and you have trouble concentrating, it makes a huge difference on the way that you live your life. And so that part is still kind of productive. And I know it was a little funny when I took that long pause to start my conversation, but like that's part of it sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah.
I forget what I'm doing in the middle of doing it. And it's or like I can't or I have trouble remembering,
Focusing. Yeah.
focusing, remembering certain things, or just sometimes I even have like these little twitches in my body still.
Yeah.
That first week, I was scared. I was laying in bed and my body was like violently twitching uncontrollably. And when I say that's one of the scariest things I've ever experienced in my life, it was. I was in my bed with tears running down my eyes. I wasn't crying. I wasn't crying, but there was water leaking. Sometimes you can't control things. It,
Yeah.
it is it is what it is. But you can still be productive in areas of your life that you can control.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. Now, so for myself, I think I'm in a very productive part of my life because it's a part of my life that I've been waiting on for a very long time. And it's really like I feel like it's the part where it's like, hey man, you can kind of do what you want to do, right? And I think a lot of people don't have that where they can be like, you know what, I can do this today, I can do this today, and it's all gonna be good. Because we're all so we all have responsibilities to people, kids, family. So I've learned like I'm at that point in my life, I'm like, I can be productive and my situation is productive because I'm making the ultimate decision of what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. And when you're not, well, that can be kind of productive because it's just like you when you're not in control, that's very counterproductive to me. And for me being knowing and being in control is how I see that I'm being productive. And I think that's where I'm at in my life and I love it. I haven't felt like this in a long time. There was, places where I thought I was, and then I'd be like, nah, you thought you was back on the right track. You not. You just you like took a little shortcut and then you came right back to the wrong track. But that's life though. You know what I'm saying? That's how we learn. And like you said, that's growth, right? Because growth doesn't look the same to all of us. And that's what I'm realizing. Sometimes growth is being still, and sometimes growth is branching off and doing your own thing. So so Trey, and I think we all talked about it, right? So when we talking about everything, we talk about being listening to your surroundings and just being overwhelmed. Like, how do you know when you're overwhelmed? Like, what is that signal or what is that thing that you be like, yeah, I'm out here.
I stop. I just stop. I give up on everything. I
Mm,
get I get in the sense if I'm not working, if I'm not moving, I get depressed.
mm,
Like seriously, it's a problem. It's like a defense mechanism that I
yeah,
have. It's like if I know that I'm not working on something,
right.
and I get overwhelmed with the outside world of this person calling, this person need me to do this. Oh, my laundry, like just something as simple as washing dishes and my dishes pile up. Something
Yeah,
as simple as I got clothes and laundry to wash and
yeah.
fold and then it's like, oh, I gotta be at work for this and I gotta do this. And it's like when I got so much going on, I just stop. And I just be like, I
Mm,
pick up about I drink. I go and I start doing things that I shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Like I go
yeah,
looking for an outlet to feel better, knowing that it's just it's a defense mechanism that I created for myself
yeah,
that's no longer suiting me. So now
yeah.
I gotta figure out how to make that look different. Now
Right.
when I get in a situation, it's like, hey nigga, put the porn down, boy. Just keeping it real with y'all. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass. It's like, put the porn down, boy. Do some push-ups. Do
Yeah,
some push-ups,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like, bro,
I
you
did my
talking about
push-ups
fitness?
today.
Hey, how about this? Hey, think about God when you about to do that, dog.
yeah. Nah, that's real
Like,
though.
That's
Okay.
gonna
hey,
stop you
hey,
dead in your tracks.
I'm telling you, I'm just telling y'all some real stuff. It's like,
Jesus.
Hey, that'll make you stop some stuff, boy. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, that'll make you
Yeah.
be like, man, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come
Nah, I
on,
feel you.
dog. And it's like, I've gotten to that point in my life of understanding, like, man, it feels so good when you pass the test.
Mm.
The test of little things. When you
Yep.
pass those tests, because it's like, what's the sense of saying, like, this is what I learned about myself. It's like, I'll say no, 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 yes.
Yeah.
What's the point of saying no to all these things if I'm going to say yes eventually to
Right.
something that I know that doesn't suit me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, let's do this. No. And hey, you should do this. No. Hey, you know what? I'm about to do that. No.
Yeah.
Ooh, you want to come over tonight?
Yes. Yeah.
Let me
It's
think
like
about that.
taking
Yeah.
the hard yes versus the easy no.
Yeah.
The
You feel
hard
me?
no versus
Yeah.
the easy yes.
So,
Yeah. Nah.
so that's what
No.
life is teaching me, man. It's like about myself. So to answer that question, I guess that's the best way I can possibly answer it for myself.
Okay, yeah. Now, so for me, and then I'm gonna pass the mic to Titus, right? So for me, I can tell 100% when I'm overwhelmed. All I gotta do is go look in like my physical closet. And that sounds crazy. If I look in my closet and my closet is not organized, I know my life ain't organized, bro. And that's crazy because I'd be like, I'll walk in, I'd be like, yeah, my life must be jacked up. Like, cause I got clothes unfolded, shoes that's just in there, and I'd be like, yeah. So that's like that trigger for me to be like, okay, like what are you doing? Or what has you so overwhelmed that you can't get your closet? Because if your closet ain't good, right, I could tell that I'm not good. So for me, it's always like, man, I'd be like, okay, man, let me figure out what it is. So I have to sit down and, like you said, when I get really overwhelmed, all I want to do is sit in silence, and I don't want to deal with people because I got to figure it out. Because I got to figure out if it's me or if it's somebody else. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's me because we're quick to say that somebody else is the problem. I look at my life, it's like a lot of situations that I'd be like, boy, that was all you.
Right.
And then I look at situations, I'm like, nah, bro, it's not you, but you allowing people to use you or come into your space, right? These people shouldn't even be in your environment. They shouldn't be in
Right.
your circle. So now I'm overwhelmed because I know that this foreign thing isn't supposed to be there, but I'm trying to make it work. So I'm working overtime, like, man, I'm trying to balance this, I'm doing that. And then I'm like, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, that's how I know. Like, when I go home and I look in that closet and them clothes everywhere and them shoes everywhere, I'd be like, yeah, boy, you going through something. So that's for me, that's a real thing. So what about you, big bro?
The closet jacked up.
Yeah. I know with me, I get distant. I shut down, stay by myself. When you see me start doing that, then it's like, dang, I'm getting overwhelmed. The main thing about it, I lose ambition.
Mm,
If I'm not hitting the gym, because you got to find your happy spot, your happy
right,
place. The gym is one place where I'm not thinking about life problems. I'm not thinking about, I'm just focused.
right.
I'm zoned out in my zone. So if I'm not doing that, then you better know I'm overwhelmed, and that's like part of the shutdown. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. What about you, Jodysun?
How I know I'm overwhelmed is similar to you because I have OCD. So
Yeah.
if my life isn't organized, then I know something's wrong with me.
Right.
Because like I keep my house clean, I keep my room clean, I keep my car clean, and I keep everything organized. All my offices, my paperwork, it's like everything has a specific place and it should and better be there when I get to it. And if
Right.
it's not, either somebody touched it or something's not right in here. So, but my solution to that is stopping, taking a break, and figuring out the solution to each problem one at a time because
Right.
I can't be multiple places at once. And if it's just if it's something to where I need to take a step away from something so that I'm not overwhelmed, I read, I go to the gym, I'll do something for myself, or I'm a mechanic by trade, so I'll go work on something, like work on my bike, work on a car, or do something with my hands, or build something, create something. And that's how I fix me being overwhelmed, other than
Okay.
stepping back and taking everything piece by piece and figuring out one solution, one step at a time.
Okay. Cool. All right, Tip.
I feel like when I'm overwhelmed, it's loud. Like it's a million things going on in my mind at once, you know. And I can't say that I must be high functioning because I keep a clean house, you know. I'll
Yeah.
start doing the little things that I know I can do. Like, let's make sure these dishes are washed. Let's make sure the clothes are done and folded, you
Yeah.
know. But the things that I really need to be paying attention to, I put that on the
Yeah.
back end, you know. Let let's just go take this trip because I don't feel like dealing with this right now.
Right.
That's what I'll do when I'm overwhelmed. And I have to really just go to a place of silence. Like, instead of going and hanging out, let me call my girls and see if they want to go hang out tonight and do drugs. Or let me call this dude and see what he on, you know, so we can
Yeah.
meet up. I have to put myself in a place where I'm going to, like, let's go to the beach today. And let me just spend a day to myself. Let me go get my nails done and just have a spa day or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I've noticed to start calm myself down. Because when I'm dealing with people, I don't know what it is about me. Like I feel like I'm such a people pleaser that I'll just stop thinking about myself. And it's
Yeah.
overwhelming, you know, because I'm trying to please everybody, you know, instead of actually thinking about what Tiffany actually needs. Like, Tiffany, what do you need to be doing? What you need to be focusing on today, you know? And I have to bring myself back. That's me back praying or in my Bible, you know, out going to the beach. I'll go sunbathe. I love to sunbathe. And that literally would just get my mind back together. Going to get my hair done and make me feel better, you know?
Right.
Like it's the little things for me. Sometimes it's not even the big things. The little things will bring me back.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Nah.
how I bring it back.
Okay, now that's good. So, one thing that I did right here, like we all basically have the same coping mechanism. It's like we got to get away from the noise. Like we just need that I basically time to ourselves, right? Like we be like, all right, man, like we're people pleasing, we're doing this. It's like I need to shut it down, right? And that's a coping mechanism. Now, what that did realize, like, because we are all, so close, it started to show me some things that, like, in our relationships, like it's like, okay, like I'm reaching out to big bro, or I'm reaching out to cuz, and they ain't hitting it back, and I'm like, bro, they, what I'm saying, they tripping, like, what I'm saying, like, what it is, did I do something? And it's just like, nah, they may be going through something, and they're trying to figure it out, and and I'm the same way. And it's funny, like when you do something, like, when I really get stressed, I don't talk to nobody. But when other people don't talk to me, like, I be mad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're doing the same thing that I'm doing, but I don't like when they do it to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's what I'm learning now. It's like, okay, if cuz ain't hitting me back, it's probably because they got something going on. Okay, I know they gonna hit me back when they get a chance, and don't take it personal. What, bro? You got something, Jodysun?
Yeah. I want to double tap on what you just said right there. So one thing that I recently learned in 2025 is that every single person in this world is struggling with something.
Yeah.
And every single person in this world is insecure about something about themselves.
Ooh, boy, you
So
just said it.
Boy, clock that.
once I got that in my head, I was like, damn, I'm really not the only one in this world having issues. And
Right.
then I was talking to my battle buddy last week about life and stuff while we went to go pick up a bus. And he said something that just fucking blew my mind. He said, imagine everyone in the world having problems, right? Which we all do. Now, imagine if everyone in the world dropped all their problems in a pile and you just had to randomly pick one up. Like how would you navigate that? Because like we all have our own issues and we know how to deal with our issues, right? But if you just picked up a random problem, like it's just like how you gonna move with that? So you just have to like walk with grace in your heart. and give people grace, give people space, give people time, and try to seek to understand people, because everybody going through something.
Nah,
What's the
that's
battle
real,
buddy,
man. Yeah.
Jodysun?
A battle buddy is a friend in the military, specifically the Army.
Gotcha.
That's
Yeah.
that's
I think
that's
I
how
had
that's how we
something.
call it. Like that's my battle buddy. That's my battle right there.
Yeah.
Well, for the people, for the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's good though. But nah, man, that's real though. So I really do appreciate you sharing that. So what I guess one of the last things that I kind of really want to talk about is like, so what environment or what surroundings do you think bring out the best version of you? And I'm gonna start this one out, and I'm gonna say, being with my peoples, that's when I'm on it. Like being with the people that I know that got my back. Like when I'm with y'all, that's why I wanted to bring y'all into this, because I'm like, when I'm with them, we all high functioning. We gonna make sure that we good. We gonna be checking on each other. We gonna be doing everything to make sure, hey, cuz you good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, cuz you good. And for me, I think a lot of people don't have that. Or like you said, a lot of people don't know how to kind of express or talk about those things. So this environment where I'm with my chilling with my peoples, because that's what I tell people, man. I got to get back to the people that know me as man, that grew up with me, because they know how I really feel about certain stuff. Because there's people that we run into in life that like they know us, but they don't know us. You know what I'm saying? So like when somebody talking and when you talking to me as my nickname is man, right? Bro, I know we having a real conversation and we digging into stuff, because that's tied to, the childhood me and stuff like that. So for me, this is the environment where I am performing and you're gonna get the best version of me, because I'm around the people that's gonna bring out the best version of me, and I do appreciate that. So yeah, I mean anybody can follow up after that.
I
Man, I just
volunteer,
like,
Swan.
well, go ahead, Swan. Go ahead, Swan.
All right, last one.
I think the best. We talking about the best version of ourselves, right?
Not the environment, the environment that brings out the best version of you.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's really my girls. I've noticed being around people that have similar goals and aspirations around me. They are bringing out the best in me. Coming back home to family, man. I don't think y'all get the best of me.
We all crazy.
Yeah, for real.
Well,
It is not even that we all crazy. It's just, you get comfortable, you go back home and people know you as this person,
yeah.
and you try to fit the bill of that person. And to be honest, like we grown now. I'm not that same person no more. But because you're my family and you think I'm that person, I'm going to try to fit the bill a little bit. But when I come back home, like we hold ourselves accountable here, It ain't just you can do whatever you want to do. We hold each other accountable and we check on each other. We support each other. So I feel like I'm in my best environment when I'm with my girls, when I'm with my close friends, with y'all, definitely, because we've been rocking for forever and a day.
Right.
So it just when I think about it, like, oh, my siblings, not to say it's something wrong with me and my siblings, or like my
Yeah.
mom or my dad, but like I feel like I'm more protected with my friends and with my girls, because they know, like, they see what I go through and they have similar trials and errors just like me, so they can kind of navigate with me. They can give me more advice on a situation because they know they've already been through it. Just like you were saying earlier, Trey, like there's things that people done been through already, and they can tell you like, oh, I done did this already. You don't have to do that. I done did that, girl. So I got girls who they got grown kids, I still got a toddler, and they can tell me, oh yeah, don't even waste your time doing that, because been there, done that. Do it this way, even with the new product. Hey, I tried that. Try it this way. Let me help you with that, because I know a little bit more about this, versus my mom. My mom don't know nothing about this. She's just as confused as me, So we'll be the blind leading the blind, versus I'm with my people, like they like, girl, let's do this, So definitely my girlfriend, They're the main support system right now in my life. And there are other people in the background doing it as well. But for what I need right now in my life and where I'm at, that's I think this is the best background and the best production for me for real with my girl.
Oh, that's real. Okay.
What's up?
What you got? Who next?
Yo,
Everybody
Jody.
on stage?
All right, y'all let me end it.
All right. Well, I'll go.
You go.
I say my environment that you said like best in, like for
Yeah,
us,
yeah. That brings out the best version of you.
it's truly energy. I'm a big energy person. Like I gotta be around good energy. If that's family, friends, coworkers, it doesn't matter. Honestly, I'm a very like energy attracted person. So it's like I know the type of people that I want to be around. And it's almost like discernment to be like, all right, this even a conversation, even a look, even anything, I can just feel it. So it's like I only want to be around good people. And when I'm around those people, it allows me to be myself and it also amplifies me. So it's like, okay, if this person, they're not too much and they're not a Debbie Downer, it's like, oh, we right here on the same
Right.
level. We on the same page. Like Tip said, it's like my girls, they understand me. So when you're around people that understand you more than, people that you grew up with, more than your siblings or anything like that, those are the people that really make me feel like I'm able to be myself. And
And
being
motivate
yourself,
you.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, yo, like, do that shit, cuz. Hey,
Right.
bro, hey, I rock with that. Hey, matter of fact, man, I'm gonna hook you up with such and such, da da da. And
Yeah.
then those people know the type of person you are that they don't bring you to worse, they bring you to better. They bring you
Right.
around people that's like, hey, this is my homie or this is my friend, but they can get you to where you're going because I see the light in you. So those are the type of, far as I feel like I perform best in my environment when the environment again is allowing me to be me.
Right. Okay.
Right.
That makes sense. What you got, Tyke? What you got, big bro?
I don't know. With me, it's twofold. So initially, I wanted to say energy. Just like you all said, I hate being around, or I do not like being around negative people or Debbie Downers, as Cuz said it. But then again, the other side of it is about people that's doing something that you ain't done to drive you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you got a podcast, you starting up, and I never thought about being on no podcast. You know what I mean? But you just let me know today that it can happen. So just people that can motivate you to do things that you never thought about doing.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jodysun.
I forgot the question.
So what environment brings out the best version of you?
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you. I would say an environment where everyone is, being their best, where they're giving it their all, where they're shining and not blocking other people's shine. Because just because you want to shine doesn't mean you have to block others' shine. So if you're doing your best and you're encouraging other people to do their best, that's the type of environment that I would do my best. Well, that's one of the environments. The other environment that I would also be at my best is being by myself. Because I know myself, I'm more of a lone wolf type of person, but I can also work well in a group. But when I'm by myself, I'm at peace, I think clearly, and I'm disciplined enough to keep my drive going. And I wanted to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say. So back to you.
Yeah. Nah, that's good though. But no, man, so man, I really do appreciate this conversation, man. I think that everything that we talked about was really like spot on. I feel that everybody, like I said, even though we all grew up together, we all different. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went to the military, did my thing. You know what I'm saying? Trey, he went where he went. Everybody's different. Everybody went to different places, but we all still have that same foundation, right? And we're all, and it seems like we're all in a point of our life where we're really like honing in into like our environment. Like, okay, hey, I got to be more intentional with where I go. the people I associate myself with, the things that I do, my habits, the things that that you're even watching and listening to, and then really, just being more selfish, right? Because to me, I think if you're not selfish, like you're doing yourself an injustice, because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of yourself,
Can't
like,
take it.
what are you doing? You can't do nothing else. If you're not taking care of home and you're trying to do everything else, at the end, the home is gonna crumble. You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning that a lot because I have always been that person. Like, I'm gonna make sure everybody good before I make sure myself is good, which now sounds crazy, but that's kind of the growth and you know what I'm saying, that's me being more in tune with my environment because I'm being more intentional to who I let into my space. And that was something that I didn't do before. Is I was like, oh man, you cool, yeah, yeah, yeah. But now I'm like, nah, I gotta protect my peace. I'm protecting the people that come around because I don't need no bad energy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's kind of it though. So, I mean, what does anybody got anything? I mean, we about to wrap it up. We coming to the end. I think it was a great show. I think that everything was good. What you got, Jodysun?
This is a moment in history, so I think we should take a selfie.
This guy, right?
I
He's
can't.
taking a virtual selfie. I ain't never seen that. This guy right here, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all
But
snap?
yeah, so
Hope
I
everybody
did.
snapped on their picture. All right, that's what's up.
So as we're getting ready to wrap this up, does anybody, we can go around the horn. Anybody can kind of say their final words or whatever they want the people to know, and then we'll wrap it up, man. So I'm gonna start with Titus since
All right.
he
Peace and love. When we doing this again, Nate?
yeah, we're gonna figure that out.
Okay, so yeah, stay tuned. Jodysun, go ahead.
Oh,
What you got?
yeah.
I just want to say that
Happy
first of
Easter
all,
Day.
first of all, I love each and every one of you, and I respect your mindset, your spirits, and your hearts. And I love how we all came together to create something instead of just sitting around bullshitting, chatting up. Hey, that's fun and all, but this is something special because the things that we're talking about can honestly help somebody with what they're going through with their life. You never know. So that's why we can't be afraid to come together, create something and put it out into the world because it may change somebody's situation just by listening to what we have to say and just us talking about our lives.
Yep.
So thank you, Nate. I really appreciate you, having this brainchild and then, bringing us all together to hear our different points of views and get our opinions on things that everybody goes through. So
Nah, for sure. Much
I,
love,
I'm
cuz.
I'm
Thank
I'm
you.
I'm here for it. 10,000%.
For sure. Trey, what you got, big homie?
Man, I just want to say, man, so when they teaching a baby how to swim, they don't give them a life vest. You understand what I'm talking about?
Free.
So y'all just take that with you.
Nah, I got you, boy.
You
Baby.
know,
Throw them in the water.
they just came out the they just came out the blue. But I just want to say thank y'all for having this moment, man. I really enjoyed myself tonight. Great conversation, great love, great energy. It was great, man. I can't. I ain't gonna say can't. I try to. I keep those words out of my mouth. Can't, don't, and won't is the words that we should never speak of because
So,
it's all about the law of attraction. So I try my
yes, sir.
best to not say those things. So what I will say is that I cannot wait until the next episode, man, so we can do this again.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
All
All
right.
right, we're gonna end with TIP.
Yes. So I honestly I had a whole monologue for y'all, but my notes and my technical difficulties. We'll get back to that. I want to
Yeah.
thank you, Nate. Like I already know you've been trying to do this for a while now. Now you finally had your baby, and
Oh,
we about to
yes.
make sure that it's nurtured. We about to get through this. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. Like
Yeah.
just to
Cool,
see
cool.
y'all beautiful faces pop up on here was so exciting for me. So like now, what's next? Like what do we have next for us? It's only what up we can go, right?
Yeah.
So like
Up.
Right.
Only up.
I'm
So
ready.
just
I'm ready for it, guys. Y'all get ready. We ready. I hope y'all ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Hey, though, but before we go, right, I'ma just before I end the show, I'ma just say this, right? Like Tip said, I've been trying to do a podcast for a long time. And every time I would come up with something, it would never work. And I was like, bro, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell y'all about to laugh. The first time I was about to do a podcast, the reason I didn't do it is because I was fat. And I was like, ain't listen, I was like, ain't nobody about to see me. So like I was in the gym. I was like, I gotta lose some weight, right?
Yeah.
Because I was like, man, I knew that I was overweight because I had got injured and I gained some weight. And I was like, yo, they not about to see me looking like chubby stubby. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Yeah.
a real, you know what I'm saying? But that's a real thing.
Yeah.
So then, of course I started working out, doing that. And then really what really kind of pushed me to doing a podcast is I was just like I said, me and Jodysun was talking and I was like, man, we was just talking and I came up with the idea and everything was just lining up. And I had other things I was like, man, I'm gonna do a podcast with this person. I'm gonna do a podcast with this person, right? And I was just naming all these random people, and none of that was panning out. I'm telling you, it was just, but it wasn't meant to pan out. And I said, you know what, Jodysun? I said, bro, what if I could get me, you, Tip, Trey, and Titus on a podcast? I said, that's gonna be dope. I said that, but in the back of my head, I was like, it ain't gonna work because everybody too busy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I said, you know what? I said, the only way to find out is boom. Boom. Then I hit them all up and everybody's like, yo, it's game time. And I was like, bro, I said, you know what? This is the podcast that had to happen because this is the most natural podcast. Because we all have that connection in that bond and we just being ourselves, but we talking about things that really matter. So I do appreciate y'all. I appreciate your time and I appreciate your support. And then, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. And again, man, this has been a blast. I can't wait to the next episode, the next season, the next everything. Because to me, man, this was awesome. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to end it right here. This has been Surround Sound, where we listen to what really shapes us. Until the next time, protect your peace and choose your surroundings wisely. We out, homie.
Until next
Deuce.
time.
My spidey senses is tingling.